I cannot lie. I may have an unhealthy obsession with Dragon Maid. When my friend recommended it to me a year ago, I didn't think much of it. So it's a show about maids and dragons? Sounds weird, but most anime is weird in its own sense. Let me give it a shot. You know what? This Toru lady is actually pretty cool. Oh wait, I'm in love with Toru. Damn it. Hey guys, what's going on? It is me, Punkik Yoshi or Roberto. Welcome back to the video. If I were to get isekai'd into any world, please let it be this one. If you haven't seen Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, do yourself a favor and watch it right now. It is honestly probably one of my favorite animes of all time. Today we are discussing Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, A Lonely Dragon Wants to Be Loved. That's a pretty long title, but hey, it works. I just finished watching the movie yesterday. I was actually lucky enough to watch it in theaters. Man, I was so hyped to see Dragon Maid on the big screen. I actually had to wait 3 months since it came out in Japan. Damn, that's a long time, but it's alright. I'll also probably rewatch it when it comes out dubbed on streaming. It's actually been a while since I've done an anime movie review. The last one was a Miku movie 6 months ago. Damn, time really is flying. My obsession with Kobayashi might have started with a few clips and segments of Miss Quetzalcoatl doing her fan service, but the show is actually so much more than that. Behind the curtains, there's a pretty powerful story of belonging, family hardships, normality, and one's role in the universe. It honestly caught me by surprise. I recently rewatched both seasons in anticipation for the movie, and I cannot get enough of it. I also may have done a silly little thing. It's on the way, but Dragon Maid will officially be the first ever manga that I'll ever read. It's officially Punkik Yoshi's one and only manga so far. I'm really excited. I also recently just purchased a bookshelf, and I have just the right spot for it. If this show gets cancelled now, I may cry for the next 7 decades, until my demise, I'm just saying. It seems like a lot of people are actually catching on to Dragon Maid. Its biggest audience is obviously still Japan, but here in the US, I'm starting to see it more and more, especially at anime conventions. It's only a matter of time until I see a Toru cosplayer. When that day comes, I may faint. The movie itself was really well made in my opinion. It brought that lovable Dragon Maid charm onto the big screen. We visited some of the sets that we're used to, but with that A1 anime movie shading that we get a lot of the times. There's not much footage for this movie, because it still hasn't been released to streaming, but for now, enjoy some Dragon Maid clips from the show. Kobayashi and Kana taking the biggest roles here, each going through drastically different arcs. Kobayashi stumbles onto Kimun Kamui in the streets, and they share some liquor. Arriving at home, we realize that Kimun Kamui is actually Kana's father. He was sent to Japan to retrieve Kana since she possesses a power that can be transferred onto a dragon orb. This dragon orb can help them win an ensuing war with the Chaos and Harmony faction. Kobayashi quickly steps in since she doesn't want Kana to follow someone as neglectful as an abandoning father, and that's when a new character, Azad, steps in and offers a solution. The Chaos faction only really wants the Dragon Orb to defeat the war, so she's allowed to stay at Kobayashi's as long as she works on getting that orb to her father within the next couple of days. Kana, on the other hand, shares a really tender moment with her kindergarten friends at a park and remembers why she loves humanity so much. When she first arrived in Japan, she despised humans and thought all they wanted was to use her in some type of way, but through the love that Miss Kobayashi has showed her and Toru, she quickly backtracks on her thoughts. Elulu, trying to be sneaky, infiltrates the castle that Kimun Kamui is located at, and after hearing Azad's true intention, she gets into an altercation with him and is wounded, so she spends the rest of the movie healing. Kobayashi comes up with writing letters to try to end the war and connect with Kana's father, and they send dozens of letters, while he only sends one, about alcohol. Growing increasingly frustrated, Azad fakes a letter to Kana of his father begging him to reunite in the dragon world, and she accepts. Saikawa being not too thrilled about this. Kobayashi also isn't thrilled by this, and devises a plan to go to the dragon world, stop the war, and return Kana home. Pretty badass of her. She flies on Toru's back, but a group of chaos dragons, I think, intercept her and break the two apart. From here, Kobayashi uses the help of a male fairy and his daughter, who we did see in a previous episode, get into Kimikamui's castle. Before they can make it to the castle, the battlegrounds for the battle is set. Toru finally makes it back and amplifies Kobayashi's voice. She makes it known that it is actually Azad's doing that created this fake altercation, and is proven by Kana using a voice recorder to out Azad. Azad uses a dragon orb to control the dragons, and fights Kimun Kamui, who isn't too thrilled about being used against his daughter, but he also ends up getting a hold of him too. Kimun Kamui turns into his true form, and it's only then that Kobayashi infuses her rudimentary magic that she learned from Shoto's father to create a spirit bomb looking attack. She's only able to use it once, and once it's over, she'll never be able to use magic again. But with the help of Toru and Kana, she is able to land a very devastating blow. The movie ends with Kana having to choose her father or Miss Kobayashi, and Toru deals with Azad, stripping away his magic and letting him live as a regular human. Kana ends up choosing her father, because at the end of the day, all she ever wanted was to feel the warmth of her father, and she has always been very, very lonely. After some thought, Kamui allows Kana to live with her friends as long as she visits every so often, and he's allowed to visit her in the human world. And that's a story, a beautiful story about love and belonging. I honestly couldn't ask for any more. It was genuinely a very well-rounded anime movie in my eyes. The waterworks almost fell when Kana chose her dad. It was very touching. I honestly can't wait to see what's next for this anime. There was a post-credit scene, but it was just about Miss Kobayashi and Kana talking at the dinner table. As of right now, there is no confirmed season 3, and there's also no confirmation on when this movie will come out on streaming. We'll just have to wait and see for that. I would give this movie a perfect 10 out of 10, certified pancake gold. It told the Kana story that it was set to tell. I would have preferred more Toru, but that's just because she's my favorite character. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this movie. Was it an absolute banger, or did it just fall short for you? Also, are you just as excited for more Dragon Maid content as I am? Let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We are serving fresh Toru Tale for everyone that hits that subscribe button. When season 3 of Dragon Maid comes out, I am willing to make weekly videos for it. Let me know if that's something that you guys would want to see. Alright, that's all for me. As always, my name's been Alberto, or Pancake Yoshi. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye bye.